Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's great to see you again. And today's video is going to be on a beginner's eye makeup look. And it's going to be super easy, super fast, and you only need a few things, and I'm going to show you what those things are and which stuff I'm using. But you don't need to go out and buy everything or anything at all in this video for this makeup tutorial. You can use what you want. I'm just going to show you the basics on what I personally think is good to use, but if you think anything else is good to use that. But I'm just going to show you my way of doing it. And I also want to say, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Katie. I do makeup tutorials, Birchbox unboxings, hauls, and a bunch of fun stuff like that. And you should hit that subscribe button anyway, so you can be subscribed to my channel and you can get notified for future videos, but you only will get notified if you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. So I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, why don't we just get into this super easy beginner's eye makeup look. Let's go. The special hint to a really good eye makeup is some type of eyeshadow primer. And yes, this is only a sample, but I actually really like it. And it is an Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the color Eden. And the point to an eye primer is to make your eyeshadow last a lot longer than it normally would without it there, because the pigmentation sticks to the eyeshadow primer and it just helps keep it in place. And it also helps with creasing of the eyeshadows. So when you apply eyeshadow primer, all you want to do is you just want to take a little tiny bit on your finger, and you're just gonna put it all over your eyelid all the way up to your brow. And that, because you are going to be applying eyeshadow to every single part of your eye. So you also want to apply it a little bit to the inner corner as well. And if you really want your eyeshadow to stay, you can just apply a little bit to the lower lash line as well. And now moving on to the actual eyeshadow, I personally do not like single eyeshadows that much because I think it takes up, well, I mean, it doesn't take up a lot of room, but I prefer, for some odd reason, I just prefer having an eyeshadow palette over a single eyeshadow. And so the palette I'm going to be using today, because this palette I think is great for beginners. It is a little pricey, but it is a really good palette because it has a lot of colors in here that you would want for an easy everyday look, as well as for beginners. And it is the Naked Urban Decay Smokey palette, because if just opening it up, you have your matte shades over here, you have your shimmer shades, and you have a little bit of color in the middle right there. And it is great. I love this eyeshadow palette. It's one of my favorites by them, and I think it's just super duper pretty and great for beginners. So for beginners, you are going to want some type of matte eyeshadow. These two are great. You want some type of matte eyeshadow to set your entire eye makeup look. You can either use a plain matte white eyeshadow or some type of plain skin colored matte eyeshadow. They both work either way. I personally like using the white to set it because it brightens up my eye a little bit. So I'm going to be using that one for my eye. Now, the brushes I think are great for you guys to use. These ones, personally, the ones I use are double-ended because they came in the two Naked palettes I own, but I think they're great eyeshadow brushes. So all you need is some type of, I think, flat brush that's great for just applying it all over the lid. Some type of more of a dense, smaller eyeshadow brush, which is great for applying pigment to your eyelid. And then a nice fluffy crease brush for the crease and blending out your makeup look so it doesn't look patchy. And then some type of smudger brush for the lower lash line. So first I'm going to be applying this matte white shade to, well, everywhere, all over my eyelids on both eyes. The reason why I like using a matte white eyeshadow instead of like a nude colored is because when you use a white shadow, the pigment shows up better on your eyelid because it's a white shadow. So it'll just be more dense and more vibrant. So that's why I like using those. And then for your crease. Okay, for your crease, you want some type of matte eyeshadow for your crease that's darker than your eyelid. So you could either use this one or this one, but I'm going to be doing the browns because brown, more like warm toned looks look great if you're just starting out because they look super nice and pretty. Everyone can pull off a warm brown bronzed makeup look, and that is a fact. So I'm going to be using this color for my crease. And using that same crease brush, you're just going to dip slightly into it. You do not want a lot on your brush to start out with. It is very pigmented and it is very dark. So you can always build up to the color you want. So you just kind of want to start like right here. Like to where it's like, because I could just put that color right there and you can see it. And you just kind of want to go in this area. So it looks kind of like a gradient effect. And the reason why you want a matte shadow instead of a shimmer shadow in your crease is to create dimension. It makes your eyes look wider, it makes them look more awake, it makes them look bigger, more stunning, beautiful eyes. And that is why I like to use a matte shadow. Like if you want to use a shimmer shadow, go right ahead, but I prefer to use a matte shadow in my crease. And then you're just gonna kind of want to map out with a little bit of the eyeshadow where you want your entire look to go. So I'm just gonna go up a little bit to right here. And that's where I want my makeup to stop. But now all I want to do is just want to darken up that area. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that brown color, tap off the excess, and then just do it again. And just keep going until I have the color I want. And I think that's good for that one eye. And I just dipped into the palette twice. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. Dipping into it just a little bit at first, tapping off the excess, and then continue on this side. Okay, and that is enough for me for the crease. As you can tell, it just looks super sultry and pretty, and it makes your eyes look bigger. And now moving on to the lid. So I personally love golds on my lids, and golds and browns just match beautifully. And this palette happens to have this gorgeous gold shade, which is in the color Dirtysweet, which is this one right here. And I love it. I think it is stunning and oh, it's so pretty. And so taking that flat eyeshadow brush, you just want to dip into this several times to get the pigmentation that you really want. And I'm just gonna go to town. And then you don't exactly need to tap your brush for the access. You can if you want to, but just do very lightly because you don't want all that pigmentation coming up. But when you do your eyeshadow, you just want to take your brush and you want to press it on. You do not want to go side to side. You do not want to go up and down. You want to press it onto the desired areas. And by doing that, you get a very pigmented eyeshadow look on your lid. Just continue by pressing into your eyelid. And then if you need more color, just dip back in and then continue pressing some more. And another great way to get pigmentation is by wetting your brush. I am not going to do that because I don't feel the need to, because it is very pigmented already and it is a very pretty kind of a bronzy gold, and I think it is absolutely stunning. I just want to keep pressing it on until it is completely covered. And now you want to do the exact same thing to the other eye. After you do that, you just want to take that blender brush that you used for your eyeshadow, and you just want to take it and go back into your crease, and it's kind of like without any product on it at all. You don't need to put product on it yet. You just want to take it and just blend out that harsh line that your eyeshadow created by pressing it in, so it doesn't leave a really harsh line, and it just takes a few swipes to do that. I think is now a great time to dip back into that matte color that you use in your crease again and darken it up just maybe a little bit more, because if you look, you can see that the shimmer got into the crease, and that's gonna cause a little bit less dimension. So if you just take your matte eyeshadow back into your crease, it'll help get rid of that shine and glitteriness. So next what you want to do is, I personally like to retake that flat shadow brush and just kind of like go over the top of it to help blend it into your eye look. Otherwise it's gonna look very straight and not blend. For your lower lash line, this step is completely optional. You do not have to do any of this. Actually, all these steps are optional, but I personally like to add eyeshadow to my lower lash line to make it look a little bit more smoky and sultry. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. And I like to use the same exact shadow that I used in my crease. And if you use more than one eyeshadow in your crease, which I end up doing a lot because I just like the different mixtures, but for this I only used one eyeshadow for my crease, so I'm using that exact eyeshadow for my lower lash line. And I'm just going to be taking it, kind of tapping it off, and I'm just going to be going super close to my lash line and just smoking it out. And if you can look, you can just see how it looks a little bit more smoky and very pretty. This step is completely optional, just like all the other ones, but I personally like to put a shimmer shadow underneath my brow and inside my inner corner. And I'm going to be dipping into this color right here, which is a super light shimmery shade, and it is in the color High. I didn't tell you any of the other colors, but it doesn't really matter because you can use whatever eyeshadows you want. I'm going to just dip into this really sparkly shimmery shade right here, and I'm going to be applying that to my inner corner and my brow bone. Starting with my brow bone, I just took on a flat shadow brush, and I'm just going to be applying it right underneath. And it's going to be a very small, thin line, so it doesn't get too, like, shimmery. And it's going to kind of want to apply it all the way under your brow bone. And if you want to add more, add more. And you can see that too. You can also see my highlight. I'm going to be taking that same shadow and applying it to my inner corner by just pressing it into my inner corner. Now to move on to your eyelashes. Okay, I personally love to curl my eyelashes no matter what. I will curl them to go to sleep because I just like the way it looks better, and I'm trying to figure out if it helps at all in the morning, but I have no idea. But I'm going to start by curling my eyelashes, and you can use any eyelash curler you want. And a really cool tip when using an eyelash curler, if you want your eyelashes to stay even longer, take a blow dryer, blow dry on where your lashes go and curl, which is right here. And wait kind of for it to cool down a little bit, but not to where it's completely cold, but a little bit warm. You can just curl your eyelashes and it'll stay all day. I personally don't really have that problem because my eyelashes stay pretty well with a normal eyelash curler, but a lot of people's don't curl. So try that if they don't curl. But you're just going to curl your eyelashes, and there's no special way to curl them. You just kind of curl them whichever fits you and how you do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and curl them. After you curl your eyelashes, you can go ahead and apply false lashes or just mascara. I preferably only like to use false lashes on special occasions. So I'm just going to be using mascara today, and the mascara I'm going to be using today is the Too Faced It Better Than Sex mascara. Another tip for you not to get mascara all over your eye is to look up and then just, but that is how you apply your eyeshadow like a pro. That is super easy and great for beginners. So guys, that is it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below so you can see more videos like this almost every week. Sometimes I can't post because I just get super busy with things, and I'm busy during the week and I don't get home until it's already dark outside, so I can't film anything, and it's just really complicated for me to try to get time to film. And I found time today to do it, so I did film it. And that's what happened. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, leave a comment down in the comment section of other videos you would like for me to do if you would like any more of these for beginners series, because that's a series thing that's starting, because this is a for beginners eyeshadow tutorial, and I'll do foundation, lips, eyebrows, contouring, highlighting, all that fun stuff. If you would like to see it, go ahead and leave me a comment down in the comment section telling me exactly which one you would like to see. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.